Probably most of you don't know who the hell I am, but what I do is I study the economics as well as being a hacker myself. And so what I want to do is show you very quickly the economic underpinnings that actually are driving open. And what you'll see is that there are tens of millions of people who have personal incentives to do open, that potentially might or might not be interested might or might not be interested in joining the certification process. So what I'm going to tell you about is two kinds of economic arguments. And you can sort of say, okay, I'm really glad that this exists, and I will look back at it if I ever need it. What I'm giving you is a quick outline on how this works. And if the economics behind the profitability of open design differs if you're designing consumer products or if you're designing investment products. So let me jump into each in turn. Okay, so first the consumer case. This guy is named Joseph Schumpeter, and he is in the 1930s arguing that really producers were the ones who innovated. And the entire system, economic system of innovation support in governments and so on, has been built around the idea that producers innovate and consumers follow along. So now we're talking about consumers, household sector. And the only role they had, consumers, in the traditional model is they might have needs. That's sort of okay. So I was a hacker, other people are hackers. I knew that wasn't true. We all know it's not true. So we started doing, my colleagues and I started doing studies to document that this wasn't true. We began to do national innovation surveys. Nationally representative surveys so that you can project the country as a whole. There are 10 countries now, here are the first 3. And I'll just stick to the UK column here. The UK was wonderful because the UK gives you money to do research even if they think it's idiots. And they totally thought the idea of consumers innovating was seriously stupid. So what we did was a survey and really carefully screening and doing all the things one does. And what do we find? If you look at that column, we find that 6.1% of the UK population was at home modifying or creating products for their own use. That's 2.9 billion people. It is, in the entire UK, there are only 22,000 professional R&D people who develop products for consumers. So what this means is that consumers innovating for themselves outnumber the producers by over 100 to 1. And yet they're invisible in the economics because, number one, they shouldn't exist, and therefore nobody measures them. This has been now brought forward and they measured it, and we even got the OECD definition changed so we're on the road. So the scope is huge. Basically what consumers do is they develop and improve anything they use. They're typically not developing industrial process equipment, but they're developing anything they use. And you all will know about this. So from medical, pet-related, sports and hobby, dwelling, everything. You all know examples instantly. And what really goes on here is this is an example of a Chinese farmer. You and I are so proud that we drag our suitcase through the airport and it has wheels. How cool is that? But this guy said, well, wait a minute, why shouldn't my suitcase drag me? So he integrated basically a scooter with his suitcase and documented the fact that he could go through 22 kilometers of a Chinese airport, which is about the ordinary size of a Chinese airport. Okay. Now, what happened next is very interesting. And this is characteristic. Namely, commercializers grabbed it. You see this thing on the bottom there, Moto Bag. Commercialized people grabbed it. It was available for free from this guy. He did not protect it. And they did not mention him. So as far as everybody was concerned, and as far as governmental statistics were concerned, the Moto Bag company did this, right? So our statistics are distorted. And because, again, currently, the only time innovation exists, according to statistics, and we're now getting this changed, is when it goes onto the market, right? So here's this guy, he develops it, but he doesn't put it on the market. Who puts it on the market? Moto Bag. They say, aha, look, those producers are such geniuses, they did it again, right? That's how the data works. Okay, there are many other examples. I mean, users are doing things like developing the artificial pancreas ahead of producers. You all have your own examples. But here's what's going on. There are really two major innovation paradigms operating in parallel these days. One is normally open and one is normally closed. So the top arrow is the one I described to you when I say people innovate for themselves as consumers. They collaborate with others, as you all know, whether it's open source software, open source hardware. And then they diffuse the design here to say, hey, whatever, take it if you want. Because they don't protect it. Now, it's totally different. The bottom line is the producer innovation paradigm. And what we have there is this kind of interesting thing where it's all about the money. This is the Schumpeterian thing. This is Schumpeter saying you do market research, the consumers just sit there, the companies spend money for R&D, the companies spend money for production, and they sell it for a profit. And in order to do so, they need patents and intellectual property protection and all the rest of it, right? But now we have this interesting conundrum. What we see is consumers innovating and not protecting their innovations, and finding it worthwhile. In other words, they are not being either religious about this or socially concerned or anything else. What they are doing is what makes best sense to them. And that is a wonderful platform to build sort of the open source hardware system upon. So, let me go into that for a minute. Why can consumer innovators innovate on their own free time and using their own money? We've all gone into the basement or wherever we have a little workshop set up, and we've done this sort of thing, right? We build stuff. Nobody's paying us to do it. It's leisure time. Why are we doing it? We did surveys of this. Well, I want to use it myself. I want to help others. I have fun developing. You never saw anybody going down to the basement saying, oh, curses, I have to have fun again. Right? And then they learn from developing. Say, oh, I want to learn software or hardware to use X, Y, and Z, and so that's an incentive. Only a small fraction of the motive is to make money. And when you do a sort of cluster analysis of the people and their motives, what you find is that of these entire populations in these countries, this is Finland, you've got these users. The blue is personal need. Fun and learning is green. What you see there first is that you've got users, 37% of the population of all innovators. Participators, they're doing it for fun. They're the ones building supercomputers and malware, right? Not very useful, but god damn it, I did it. And then you've got helpers. You've got people saying, I see somebody else with a problem. I'm going to make myself or them a diabetes device that will help. And then finally, you have people who are the household sector entrepreneurs of tomorrow. They're the ones saying, they're only 9% of this population. They're the ones saying, hey, maybe I better protect this. I'm going to make some money from it down the road. So in other words, this whole tens of millions of people spending tens of billions of dollars in just these two countries we've made so far they are doing it for self-reward. Now that's kind of interesting. Nobody has to pay them. So you don't have to get into, how do I protect myself? It's the lowest cost choice for consumers who don't want to sell something. Why? Because if you invent something, you can just throw it out on the web for free. You don't have to patent. That costs money. To protect something costs money. You just throw it out there. There's no need to invest in deeper innovation of others. The kinds of wonderful things that we see in the web now. You know, fathers and mothers who have a kid who has diabetes, and they develop an improved device for that kid. They're not rivals to other parents who have diabetic kids. They'll be happy if the other people pick it up. Right? And then finally, there is what some might consider the downside, no way to share in the profits that others commercialize what you develop. But you were sufficiently incented to do it without getting profits. So society is perfectly happy with this. Social welfare says, hey, this is fine. It's fine in two senses. If somebody else comes along and makes a factory and makes billions of dollars on what you developed, fine. They invested to do the next steps in the process of commercializing. But also fine, you got what you wanted when you developed it for your own self-reward purposes. And finally, nobody's saying you can't commercialize too, right? Nobody's keeping you from saying, hey, I want to make money from this too. So what it is people make choices. And the choices they make are freedom. In my case, I had hacked on a device to check my own tendons. It's better than the commercial devices. I had a strained tendon. I went into the surgeon and said, hey, listen, this is better than what you got. He said, fine, that's wonderful. You want to have it? I said, no. I said, why? He said, because it's not FDA approved. Well, okay. Some commercializer has to do that. But my own opportunity costs are just to throw it out there in the web, and I don't want to deal with it further. I've got other stuff. All personal choice. Now, when you get into it, and if you think about trying to sort of interact between these two paradigms, what you'll see is, and I will briefly go over this. I guess I have 15 minutes, right? Okay, so basically, I've got a free book out there. Convinced MIT Press that if they gave it away free, they'd make so much money. It's fabulous. They bought it again. But anyway, so you can download it for free. But anyway, in there, it explains all these interactions. You know, you for instance, mountain biking, right? What you've got is you've got a way to figure out, well, users do develop this stuff first, like sports equipment, whatever it is. So let's us as a producer be alert to picking those things up, right? Ways to do it. Fabulous sort of free kinds of complements to commercial stuff. Sticking with bikes again, the three innovators, the user innovators, the consumers, the bikers, were the ones who developed all this stuff in hardware. And companies grab it because they can make money from it. But at the same time, these users also develop mountain biking techniques. Because what damn good is a mountain bike without interesting things to do around it? There's no market in there for commercial producers. So what you really got is the commercial producers being complemented, that is, getting added value out of their bike sales because of techniques that users provide. Well, I'll quickly jump over this because we've got other stuff to do. And but anyway, producers also can figure out how to create workshops for users to interact, consumers, and feed into these systems more directly, like Steam workshop, video games, and so on. Okay, so if you're interested in consumer goods, that sort of explains the underlying economics. It's a better thing, whether or not, I'm always highly motivated by people who work together, by people like you who have such nice social sort of motivations. Contributing, all of you. These are so wonderful, may I say. But the interesting thing here is that you should know that your movement does not depend on these forms of motivation. It actually pays for these consumer innovators to go free, as I explained. And so, for that reason, your movement can be robust and huge. When there are tens of millions of people out there, you've got 100 in society, hey, room to grow, right? Now, let's talk again about producers. Producers have been the ones who are not supposed to be open. They're supposed to tie things down with patents because they need to make money from the monopoly. Well, recently, what's happened is open is also paying for producers. When it's about the inputs they purchase. So let me explain. Many of you probably know about the open source data center hardware thing that Facebook, Google, and others set up, right? You know about that? You say no. Well, so basically what it is you have all these companies sitting here, and it's easier and easier to collaborate, as the consumer innovators have shown. And they're all sitting there buying a proprietary design for, let's say, data center servers, right? And so they're all paying IBM or somebody money for that proprietary design. So they look around to each other and they say, why the heck are we doing this? What we should do, since we're all buying the same kind of data center hardware, what we all really ought to do is get together and make it in an open source design, right? So that's the logic behind this kind of thing. And in more detail what they're doing, here's the basic story. So you have at the bottom, you have IBM, right? And then you have this group of companies that all buy, let's say, server software. And they say, hell, let's get together and make an open design and we just sort of create white box hardware that can be produced by anybody. The interesting, and we've done papers and modeling and showing that this really pays. And then what we have is the next layer, who says, well, wait a minute, the kinds of things that these producers, the inputs to us that we hold in common, we can do the same thing. So what you have is each level of company in the supply chain looks at the firms it's buying from and says, wait a minute, that input is really expensive. Hey, let's make it open source. But those companies are also vulnerable because what they produce in the supply chain is inputs to the next people up. And those people are looking at it too and saying, well, wait a minute now, why don't we go? So the trend is that we're going open on the commercial side too, which is fabulous. And free riders and so on. Hey, I mean, I won't go into the details of it, but basically, if you freely reveal something really, especially in hardware, something really happens interesting. People are always concerned about free riders, people who get to use stuff without paying for it. But when companies put out a design that's open, the interesting thing that it Great. So again, on the commercial side, what you've got here is amongst producers, what you've got again is this general shift towards oil. This creates a huge community chance. Now, what can producers do when they can no longer compete on proprietary designs? Well, they can compete on something else, maybe. But it's very possible that producers, these giant corporations that have too much power or concentration and so on, are going to be severely damaged over the next 20 years and become less important. Because, the conventional argument is, well, producers have an advantage in better production capabilities. But you know what? They're offering those abilities to open source people who want to produce just small numbers of items. Economies of scale in production. Hey, but again, a lot of these economies of scale are available in mass customization. Better distribution sometimes. Well, yeah, but better savings on local production for local use. Or popular brands. Somebody mentioned brands here. Yeah, but brands like Linux don't. So it's all enormously fabulous. Did I mention it's enormously fabulous? And that's the story. So there are examples out there I will go into where, in fact, people are already going entirely without producers in the hardware space. People are building, for instance, artificial hands for children. They have a network around the world of people who will print locally for children these designs in the right size and so on. And they're competing with producers who sell $7,000 mile electric arms versus $35 hands. So it's all fabulous things going in the right direction, and I will shut up. So here's the book that you can get for free and make press package. And if you're interested in learning about that, but at least you're sort of aware of this. Okay, that's the honest to it. Thank you very much.